KRFO AM 1390 getting a Minnesota Vikings draft analysis, bringing in Todd Walkingstick, Owatonna sports fan, Minnesota Vikings sports fan, Minnesota Vikings fan, and was at U.S. Bank Stadium taking in the draft party of sorts on Saturday. And as it turns out, with all those trades, it was probably kind of a wild time on Saturday with the Vikings making all sorts of moves, Todd?
It was the craziest day I've ever lived to. I mean, it's one of the best parties I've ever been to. I found out that, we drafted 11 players that day. That's the most since 1992 when there was 12 rounds.
It's amazing what they did. And, of course, the Vikings didn't have a first-round pick, but then selected a couple of guys that people are pretty high on in the second and third round before a bit of a free-for-all on the final day. How about the running back and the offensive lineman from the Friday part of things? Reason to be excited about those guys?
I'm ecstatic. In fact, I was on my way up to dinner with my wife for our anniversary, and pick 41, I was like, oh, no, we're going to be in for dinner. We won't be able to hear it. We're just kind of kidding. And all of a sudden, K-Fan says, there's been a trade. Vikings are 41, so we sat in the car and listened. Like, that must have been my night, because, then I found out we got Dalvin Cook, and, man, I'm a big college football fan. I know he's got some stuff on his record and stuff, but if he can get his stuff together, he's a tremendous, tremendous athlete. And the offensive line, or guard/center, Elfline from Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State does nothing but put out NFL players. I mean, you got to be ecstatic about Friday.
And the indication is indeed that this Cook is a fantastic running back with maybe some baggage. The team seems like they talked to him quite a bit, and hopefully he's got his kind of his things in order, his life in order to be clean and focused on football, right?
Yeah, and one of the strange things is we went from 48 to 41. Cincinnati took 48, and they took Mixon, the running back. The Vikings, who Viking fans, most people I talked to thought were going to take. Isn't that kind of weird?
Well, it is, considering he's also got a lot of baggage, and it seems like in Cincinnati the team is getting some grief for making that pick. I haven't heard much negative on the Vikings side of you.
Yeah, it's very ugly. That's just thankful. I mean, everybody needs a chance. But as far as all the stuff with AP going through, that the fans dealt with the abuse of the child and stuff like that, it's just time to, get a little better people in-house.
When it came to Saturday and all the trades, it seems like the Vikings ended up taking a little bit of everything by the end of it all, right?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied. The only thing I thought we missed out was the safety. And I'm just a fan, so they have a reason. But we got cornerbacks and linebackers and wide receivers. So as a fan, again, these guys we're basing our hopes off their tapes from college. They haven't translated into pro yet, so it's exciting watching their tape. So we got to see how they translate into pro.
So some new weapons potentially new weapons for Bradford, as the Vikings didn't do anything regarding quarterback, at least not through the draft. So Bradford certainly is the starter to be backed up by Keenum, apparently, huh?
Correct. And then, we'll see. I mean, mini camp's coming, so we'll see. There might be a quarterback invited or two. I'm excited. Yeah, this is a lot of reason to be excited for Viking fans, I believe.
The receivers, this Rodney Adams, who's out of South Florida. What's the other receiver? Guy out of Miami, Stacy Coley. And then the big guy, the big tight end. Are these guys that you've been able to see some highlights on, know that they're got potential to step in right away and be contributors to an offense?
I believe so. In fact, there was a Twitter, and I can't remember the Twitter, but I found the top 17 steals of the draft. The Vikings had 2 of them. One was a tight end, and one was Jaleel Johnson, a defensive tackle out of Iowa. So we got 2 of the 17 steals of the draft.
Okay.
Draft is what the Twitter was saying.
All right, and I know when it comes to kind of predicting how well all these people will translate to the pro, it's a little bit of a guessing game, but people have fun with it, and a lot of times these experts are called experts for a reason, and they hit it right on, right?
Yeah, this is one of the craziest drafts I've ever lived to. I mean, the Bears taking Trubisky, which national media, everybody's ripping on the poor kid. He got booed at a Bulls game the other night. Put his face on the screen, he got booed by the Bulls fans. Well, then yesterday the general manager of the Bills got fired, and all the scouting staff got fired after the draft. So it was a crazy draft. Drew Pearson from the Cowboys, egging on Eagle fans. I could write a book on this draft. It was so fun.
Well, I think the Pearson deal with egging on the Eagle fans, that one we can all sit back and laugh at because he knew what was coming and the Eagles fans gave it to him. So that one's just good-hearted fun, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not a Cowboy or Eagle fan, but I had to really appreciate his guts.
Yeah, that one, I have to admit I didn't see it. I just read about that and what the reaction was and what he did and how he egged him on. So that one was kind of funny. Maybe I should go back and watch the highlight of that one myself.
We'll tell people to Google Drew Pearson on. Just Google Drew Pearson. I'll come up with a video.
That's easy enough. Any question? Just throw it into Google. You mentioned minicamp. When do the Vikings do that, Todd?
I believe this week.
Oh, really? Already here, coming up right here in the first part of May, huh?
Yeah, I believe it's next weekend already.
Okay. Well, they want to get these people, I suppose, out on a field and see what they've got, and then a little break. So, give me the date. When does training camp start? It's in Mankato again, I presume.
Yeah, they never give the date until after minicamps, but it's usually the end of July, like 28th, 29th, somewhere.
Okay. Wow, so summer's about to begin, and we can already be thinking about that part of things, right?
Yeah, and I'm also thinking this might be the last year in Mankato, only because they're building a new facility in Egan.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I hope not, because Mankato, that's a heck of a boost financially for that city.
Mm-hmm.
And the fans, of course, that come there.
Anything else to say about the draft then, Todd?
No, I was just so thankful that we plugged some holes. Again, that people got to materialize as players now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun. I'm real excited about the running back, the guard. I mean, our offensive line seems to be a little more stabilized after this last weekend. Defense, I think we're going to be. I like the linebacker they got out of Michigan. He's 27 tackles. Special teams last year for Michigan led the Big Ten. So he's a big special teams tackler, and he's a linebacker, so that can hopefully translate into helping out the boys on the linebacker court.
Okay. Well, Todd, it's good talking to you. Todd Walkingstick, a big Minnesota Vikings fan, and I always like to bring up the fact that you are a huge Owatonna sports fan, and you have those interviews online with local sports figures and athletes and coaches, and a look back. Go to owatonnalive.com, click on Beyond the Game, and again, that's where you find the Owatonna interviews. You don't opine on the Vikings too much on that site, I presume, right?
No, I have a blog that I do, purplestick.com.
Okay.
I got it
right. Well, that's easy enough to find as well. And Todd, always a pleasure talking to you. And it's exciting to hear how pumped you are following the Minnesota Vikings draft and the NFL draft over the weekend.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't want to leave U.S. Bank. I was so excited.
Looks like you got some pretty prime pictures of yourself in some great spots, too, right?
Yeah, Stephon Diggs did a picture with me. And then, I stood behind Paul Cross and talked to him a little bit. It's just fun to meet the former and current players.
All right, well, it becomes a whole state reason to get together when it comes to wearing the purple and cheering on the purple. Thanks again for the time, Todd.
Yeah, thank you, Roy.
All right, Todd Walkingstick here on KRFO.